about summer reading. There's a lot of things that are prompting us to look to the future and think ahead. And that's normal this time of year. But it's easy to get sort of wrapped up in the future and forget about the present. And so I would encourage all of you, with our last few days of school here in front of us, to spend a few minutes during these days just reflecting on what's happened during this year, going back to September. Celebrate the things that you've learned. Celebrate all the growth that you've had as an individual. Make sure you thank your teachers for all their amazing work supporting you and helping you throughout this year. Make sure you let your friends know that you appreciate them as well. And just really, as hard as this year has been at times, there are still a lot of amazing things that have happened this school year. And so make sure you take the time to appreciate it and not fall into that trap of just thinking about the future. I want to give a shout out this morning to our middle school director for the day. Jack Forrest from 7th grade is the director for the day. He got that in the recent fundraising auction. He had an opportunity this morning to invite some friends to have donuts in my office during advisory. He also had the chance to skip a class and send me to class in his place. And so I got to go down to Ms. Long's art class, and thank you, Ms. Long, for that. That was really fun to sort of try to draw a Simpsons version of myself. Kind of looks a little bit like a German Shepherd, but I'm doing my best. And we will have an important announcement in a few minutes from our middle school director of the day, so I'll call Jack up in a couple minutes. He does have some news to share with all of you as well. I also want to make sure people are aware about this afternoon. It's going to look a little different. I think everyone knows we're on a slightly different schedule today, and we will be finished with classes a little early today. Classes will end at 2:05. And at that point, you're going to have 4 options, all right? And I want to make sure people understand this. Every middle school student needs to be in one of these 4 places. You may be between 2:05 and the end of the day when we send people to pick up into the buses. You may be either on the blacktop, at the mini turf, the patio in front of the middle school, or out here in the BD lawn area, because Woofstock, our upper school music festival, will be happening this afternoon. So if you want to check that out, that is an option as well. But those are the 4 places, and only 4 places where middle school students should be: blacktop, mini turf, middle school patio, or the Woofstock BD lawn area. There will be teachers there supervising and able to help you out if you have questions, and they will let you know when it is time for dismissal and time to head to the buses. But you need to be in one of those 4 spots. All right, we're going to get into some other stuff. We do have a few bad jokes. I've got a couple that some students sent in. I've got a couple of mine, and then we've got an announcement from Jack, some Heart of the Bulldog, faculty trivia results, and we do have a Minute to Win It Blue and White Challenge today as well. So lots to get to. First joke today comes from Christian DeMarco in 5th grade. He came up with this one. I really appreciated it, and a lot of you will get it because you've been doing this activity in some of your classes. And Christian's joke is this: did you hear about the murderous Socratic seminar? Did you hear about the murderous Socratic seminar? It was a danger to all humanities. Get it? Humanities class. Nice job, Christian. Well done. And then we have one from Matthew Sears in 7th grade as well. Did you guys know that Augustus Caesar never said thank you in his life? Probably because he didn't speak English. Yeah, all right, we got a couple chuckles on that. Nice job, Matthew. Couple other ones for you guys today. I realized myself earlier this week that I have the attention span of a goldfish. I have the attention of a goldfish. Seriously, every day I get home from school and he just sits there in his tank and stares at me. Get it? I have his attention. Yeah, that's a groaner. I know. And then last but not least, this one came from Ms. Stempian, I believe. Why did the Echo get detention on the last day of school? Why did the Echo get detention on the last day of school? Because it kept talking back. Yeah, all right, there we go. All right, thank you for the groans and a couple of giggles there. Let's get Jack on up here. Jack, our director for the day, you've got an important announcement for us, so come on up, Jack.
I'm just going to keep this short and sweet. Tuesday's a dress down day. That's it. All right. Have a good day.
All right, dress down day on Tuesday. Thank you, Jack, for that. I love how Jack gets theme music when he walks to the stage. That's pretty cool. All right, we have a couple of Heart of the Bulldog awards for you guys today, and we are going to start with a nomination that came out of the 6th grade. We had 2 6th graders approached me and said, it was Carson McDonald and Jack Lorden, and said, we really want to recognize someone, and they wanted to thank and recognize Addie Bragg for her generosity. They said throughout the year, Addie has given gifts, small gifts to people in the 6th grade to brighten their days, and she's never once expected or asked for anything in return. So for her kindness and her thoughtful and giving nature, Heart of the Bulldog for Addie Bragg. Come on up, Addie. And then I have 2 Heart of the Bulldogs coming out of the 5th grade today, and this nomination came from Griffin Demers. And Griffin said there are 2 students in our African drumming class who consistently always stay back at the end of class and make sure that everything gets picked up, all the instruments get put away properly, even if it's not their stuff, even if someone else left it behind. They're not asked to do this, they just do it, and when most of the other students just run out and leave something behind for Mr. Baldwin to pick up, they actually volunteer to pitch in and help him out and make sure that he doesn't have to do it. So these 2 Heart of the Bulldogs go to Jolie Gilton and Aisha Sastry. Nice job, guys. Aisha just mentioned to me that we should all know that Griffin is actually one of the people who picks up after others as well. So thank you, Griffin. That's awesome. All right. We do have faculty trivia results for you guys today. The last faculty trivia question of the year I gave to you guys last week was, which teacher was president of their middle school government when they were in 8th grade. We had many guesses for this one, lots of different teachers thrown out there, but the correct answer this time was Mr. Beelan. So there you go. And since it was Mr. Beelan, not surprisingly, we had a couple of 8th graders guess correctly. So nice job, Sam Osgood for the white team, got it right. And John Civitrice, also for the white team, got it right. So nice job. Couple extra points for white there. And we'll see how that plays out when we get to the Bulldog Cup Award next week. So we do have this morning a blue and white challenge for you guys. And I'm going to explain this here at the podium, but then I'll actually bring it over to this side table here. And I'm going to need some volunteers in a minute. I'm not asking quite yet, but I will ask for some volunteers in a minute. So this challenge is called Go the Distance. And on the surface, it's pretty simple, but you do need to think about, sort of your approach on this one. So what you're going to have is a cup and a ping pong ball and a tape measure. And what you need to do with Go the Distance is take the cup. I'm going to do this on an angle here. Put the tape measure, hook it to the end of the cup, and get the ping pong ball to roll down the tape measure into the cup, which, if I'm doing it from this distance, doesn't seem too challenging. But the volunteers that are going to try this are going to have to start at 3 feet away. So we'll spread the tape measure out to 3 feet and see if you can get it. If you can get it at 3 feet, that's worth 1 point. If you can get it at 4 feet, that's worth 3 points. And if you can get it at 5 feet, that's worth 5 points. We'll have a blue volunteer try it. We'll have a white volunteer try it and see who can get the most points. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense. And right now we're going to look to start for a volunteer from the blue team. So anyone on the blue team want to give this a try? Ooh, looks like we got a lot of folks out there. Peter Richard, come on up. Here we go, Peter.